Ballora, you came. I am surprised.
I almost didn't. With everything that happened, I didn't want to. But you're my brother. Still, even with all of that. Did you come? Alone?
Yes. Though you didn't.
Not after what happened to Hamuel. To Yanarl. The others.
The ritual should have granted them purity, strength. That it did not. That is my failure. I was not worthy. I will do better. I must do better. For Ornaris. For our people.
The people Inaris killed and turned into demons with that ritual.
He's willing to do whatever he must to save us. To make the hard choices. The Evanuris. Soulless. They would sacrifice us to their ends.
He's a warlord. That's all he is, all he ever was.
So said the Evanuris. But the victors write the histories. He fought to make our people great. And the Evanuris fought to keep them in fetters. He showed me the world as it once was, as it could be again.
He turned elves into demons, and you think he's the good guy here.
That's why he wants you wearing it. That mask. He's influencing you, poisoning your thoughts.
My thoughts remain my own, Ballora. Why can you not accept that I chose this willingly? Through this mask, I feel what he feels. When he thinks of our people rising once more, have you ever felt the warmth of a god's happiness or the cold bite of their fear?
What is it he's afraid of then?
I'm not sure, but it haunts him, consumes his thoughts. I must help him. Help us to face whatever it is.
So he hasn't told you what it is he's afraid of?
No, but no doubt he keeps it from me for good reason.
He's playing you for a fool.
Syrian, I know you. You don't want to do this. You were my anchor, Syrian. You kept me grounded. When my thoughts lied to me, you always told me the same thing. Do you remember? Trust your heart, Boris Shivan. It's a good heart, and it'll never lie to you. So why won't you trust it now?
I must do what I must.
Me too.
We're gonna have to stop them. Him.
I know. Come on. You've got work to do.
Mila, did you ask Rodri if he wanted that shit?
Keep your eyes open out there.
You're keeping busy. All right, then.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. These are Wardens Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
It's okay. We're here to help.
Nothing to be afraid of.
My name's Valya. When I heard about Weishaupt, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf?
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why? In what world would we blight our own Griffins?
In her diary, Isaiah said the Blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it. But orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the First Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
Could understand why this Isaiah is so pissed.
She felt betrayed by the Wardens, forcing her to do it. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
He's a scrapper. Doesn't back down from a fight.
Always squabbling with his brothers and sisters. I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davrin's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters?
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other Wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the Blight and looting what was left behind. They attack Wardens on sight, even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
That story about Warden Augustine and the spirit in the wood.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
Not while we're around. If Lavendel needs an extra warden, they've got me too.
Of course they do.
No surprise there.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
He's right. You're a good warden. If you have a plan, it's worth following.
Fine. Follow me and hope we don't die.
I'd follow you anywhere.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
Save Lavendel, then back to studying the Blight.
Yep, that's it.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Come on, let's check on the Warden sentries.
Evka and Antoine need us in here.
Got it.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is sound. We'll stand together and see it through. We won't fail.
Tell Evka we're ready.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
Not on our watch.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
We should get back to Evka. Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
It's coming from the glade.
Let's move. We can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendel's the only place left with 1 minute.
We make sure it's fine.
Watch the left!
We're not off the hook yet.
They're shooting for us!
Watch for ranged attack! Nice hit, Rook. No
Whatever
problem.
you say. We're not done yet.
Good to go.
Right on them.
They're down. But there's more fight left out there.
All right, be ready for the next call. We can check on the caves, see how the fight is there. We'll head to the farmlands.
They'll all form me a shadow.
This is it, Darkspawn. You fall to a warden today.
Good. I'm all warmed up.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share. Antoine?
What's that?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
It's in here too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject...
Right. After the battle, the Blight sounded strange, but you felt something more, didn't you?
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods, but now... there's something else. And it's here, in the Wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know... pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Maybe you should stop listening.
What? Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe. Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the Blight, and no pattern at all. But always something pulling.
When I left with Varric, I know some Wardens thought I was...
Reckless? A show-off? A loose cannon?
Thanks for catching me up.
You do what you have to.
Why change now? Just remember, you're not the only one fighting. Too lonely that way.
What is this place?
Little more than a ruin to the people here.
The Wetlands are full of secrets. A lot of them buried over time.
The second Great Blight, strange curses, mysteries in the woods. The stories go on.
How's Lavendale?
After our victory, people told stories, sang songs.
It was good to see people laughing.
It was hard after Weishaupt.
It's not something you shake overnight. People put on brave faces, but they'd lost hope. When that happens...
But there is hope now. It started with the fight against the dragons. It continues now, in Lavender.
You helped make it happen.
With the Weishaupt library gone, you two have our most complete notes on the Blight.
There are other stores of Warden knowledge, but we'll keep what we have safe.
You should do the same with that monster manual. You still owe us a copy.
Harding, I heard about stone sense growing up, but not like yours. How's it feel?
I have to concentrate, but it's like finding a part of me in the dark. As if the stone's an extension of myself.
Huh. Wow. The Dwarven Tigers would debate making you a paragon.
What? No, I'm not. No.
You're from Orzuma, right? The Dwarven Tige.
An underground city. I left to join the Grey Wardens. The sky was huge. Turns out rain is terrible. Sparrows, though. I liked them. I liked a lot of what I found after.
Antoine, you worked in a country home before the Wardens, right?
Yes. I was a servant back in Orlais. That's where I became a warden. Being attacked by Darkspawn, that's rare in Orlais. The other servants got away. I got blighted.
The others got away because you distracted the Darkspawn. And it was days before anyone found you.
Before you found me. We would not have met otherwise.
The Blight, gods, griffins. Do you remember when this was easy?
No, but I remember when it felt that way.
Have you always studied the stranger side of the Blight?
Not on purpose, but when your reports have a certain pattern to them.
We gained a reputation for following the weird stuff.
It's come in handy now.
How are things going?
We're continuing to look into the Blight here. Its forms, how it acts.
For every answer, there's another question. Secrets lurking ever deeper.
Antoine keeps listening for something. With the Blight.
Well, I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Darkspawn won't get Lavendel.
Were you worried before?
No, Evka had a plan.
Let's get you ready. We're here if you need us.
What about the Wardens?
Mercenaries.
Already on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on them. More profit works for
Tougher than expected. Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it. Killed. These aren't Darkspawn wounds. Enough of us fell. He survived Weishaupt to be murdered here.
So hold on. The Blight was the 7th.
We've got the last warden who found us. We'll got you too.
You'll pay for this.
Nothing like that.
Nice move.
This isn't the last of them.
What were we talking about? So hold on. The Blight was the Severed.
Dreams.
Right. Dreams of the Titans. They were driven mad by imprisonment?
Yep.
How do you wrap your head around that?
The same way you wrap your head around the elven gods talking to mortals as the Tevinter old gods, who were really their dragon thralls. Reality is wild. Just go with it.
Better be ready.
This loot!
Let's go! Get him!
They're taking us apart! That's it for the mercenaries.
Good. The Wardens have enough on their minds as it is.
We should tell Warden Sawyer. Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that, too.
Have you seen Raven?
So Tash, I've been thinking about what you said about Tevinter fashion. A nice outfit lets people know you're under the protection of someone powerful, that they shouldn't cross you.
Like the Lords of Fortune wear trophies.
Sure, but in Minrathous, sometimes it's a bluff. People in Docktown might dress nicely, but no one is watching over them.
You are.
I'm trying.
Oh, hey, Rook.
What are you working on?
Oh, it's part of that artifact, you know, from the ritual. I wanted to see how they did what they did, what it meant. Tried asking that thing, it won't tell me.
The knowledge of the great Anaris is...
A theme! Least I figured that out. How to make it go away, I mean. Damn it! We are getting through to Syrian. He almost listened.
He was listening to you, Balara. Because you're his sister.
He was my brother. My only brother. And just for a moment, he was my brother again. Then he wasn't. Then he was a person I might need to... I don't think I can, Rook. Do that.
Like it or not, you might have to.
My head understands that, but my heart believes that we'll get through to him somehow.
I really hope you're right.
Well, either way, we'll be able to find them.
How?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Right. The artifact. Couldn't figure out how it did it. Made those demons, I mean. But I attuned its resonance, and I'll know where they are next time, before they finish. So we can stop them. However we have to.
We'll save your brother, Balara.
I hope you're right. I really do. But if we don't... Anyway, I should get back. To work, I mean. I don't think we have much time.
Strength earns mastery. Good, you're here.
What happened?
A note from Viago.
Ilario's making his move.
A big one. He's hosting all the talents of the crows at Katarina's villa.
That's a good way to get himself killed. Unless he's got something up his sleeve.
Maybe he thinks his blood magic will be enough to control them all. We have to do this carefully. Ilario has to be expecting us.
You think he knows that we know about him and Elgadon?
He wouldn't be avoiding us otherwise. Be ready for a trap.
I always am.
Hey, Rook. I was planning to take us on to the woods in Arlethan soon. Want to keep us company?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad to hear it. Needs to stretch his wings.
I don't understand why you're bringing so many books.
Well, I don't see what your objections are to my taking a canopy.
We're only going for 2 days.
You've hardly brought more than a flask and a bedroll.
Should I send a search party out for you two in a couple of days?
No.
Of course not.
Emmerich wants to see more of Ferelden, so we're going camping. But he's treating it like we're going to an academic thing.
An expedition can have its earthly comforts.
You want to bring a shaving kit in the woods.
My dear Harding, a gentleman is never without a brush and a razor.
The whole point of going to the wilds is to get away from all that. So what if you get muddy and smell a little bad?
One can enjoy the scenery while remembering to bathe.
Emmerich, you can't be surprised Lace is a fearless camper. Plants, outdoors, this is what she loves.
Aw, I love that you get me. Just wait for the trip I'm planning for you. But first, this trip. If Emmerich finishes packing...
Harding, do you need to be so stringent when you're camping?
Yes, because you have to carry all the gear yourself. Up the mountain, across the creeks and things.
Don't you carry any luxuries yourself?
I bring my writing kit.
Aha!
Fine. Maybe your umbrella could come in handy.
I really have looked forward to you showing me more of your home, Harding.
Me too. Oh, and I'll make us sandwiches.
Ah, your famous ham and jam slam?
Well, yam and jam slam because you don't eat meat. So I'll use yams.
How thoughtful. Thank you, Harding.
Hey, Rook. There's a complete collection of Randy Dowager quarterlies here. I see Chuckles in a new light now.